And what is happening, Grazy Creators? In this episode, this is part 2. We're still going to be making this guy, or guys, whatever you want to call it, the little Zerples for our new upcoming book, the Erple People Buggy Ride, which will be the Erple People 2. Now, guys, through this season, we're going to be going through all of the Erple creatures. This is just the first one, and this is part 2 video of a 4-part video. Anyway, so enjoy that. If you've seen the first part, great. Continue on here. In this, we start making mouths, outlines, putting things together, doing the bits of the fur. If you haven't seen the first one yet, please watch that first, otherwise this won't make too much sense. And then go on to watch parts 3 and 4 if you want to put into a poster, guys. Enjoy, and don't forget to take regular breaks and make sure you keep saving your work. To start in the Zerple line, guys, setting up your Jimny is really easy. I keep, oops, I leave an knock screen, my old Erple sort of tag going here, where I've got my spray paint, my basic 5, I have a blender in here. I still got the spines in here, but we don't need that for this one. You could take it out if you like, but you don't really need the blender either. But we do a little blending just to start practicing that kind of thing. So these two, as usual, my two favorites, it's just the spray gun and the airbrush and the basic 5. The blender is a good one to have in this if you want to do everything we're doing. We don't need the spines, but I'm just leaving there for now. And the thing we've added in here now are 2 stamps. One is a grass and one is a bush. Now if I go up into the presets and show you, right here, look, is stamp grass and stamp grass patch. Oh, not bush then. Good job I went and looked. Right, stamp grass patch and stamp grass are the other two, and we use them for like the head and things like that, little things to get away with doing that. So that's setting up Jimny, guys. Quick crack down the show. Hope you enjoy it. Alright, guys, in this next bit then I think we'll do the mouth. Okay, I think we're going to do the mouth. So layer 1 again, everything's still shut off, don't forget now, before we put this critter together. The mouth then, guys, what we're going to do is just add a layer, and then we're going to do the circles again. And I'm going to start with, I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to try and do an all-in-one, right? So let's have a little experience here, right? So we're going to, past default, actually make sure we're on the right thing. We're on basic 5, by the way, basic 5, sure it's not on rubber, and put your size to 4, right? We're going to do a big mouth and then shrink it down, right? So we're going to start with black, and we're going to do a black mouth. Now what I want to do is where you've got black from, just go across the bottom there and you get like a grey, right? Dark grey, it's a little obvious it's not black. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to, first of all, select with your magic wand the black spot you've put down, so we can't go outside it, and then back to our freehand brush, and then now we've got our dark greys. If you look at my screen, you can see the circle I'm moving around. If you make a moon shape like this, go round about that area and click. Right, what we're doing is we're just creating depth to the mouth a little bit, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to go straight to the red, and with the same size circle, because we're going to do everything the same size here for ease, we are going to put in roughly there. So if you look at what I'm doing, it copy what I'm doing. So it's really going from about 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So you got 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and you're just taking out this part, right? And all we're doing is putting a red circle there, and then you want to change that to black, right? See what I do in the end, right? So if you look what I have, so bottom is like 6 o'clock, top is at 4 o'clock, and you can click that, and then go straight back to the red. And again, make sure the top bit, the bottom bit, sorry, not top bit, the bottom bit is just over touching, and the bottom bit just, you've got this sort of like, you could have this opposite feel going on, but the tongue goes, you want the bottom to come, zoom in, Carl, so they can see, for crying out loud. As you can see, the bottom of the circle, you want it just over the red at the bottom there. I'm going to point again, I shouldn't do. Right over the bottom there, and then the top, to give it some sort of lifting or some sort of curve, some sort of claw shape. You have it, so don't point the screen, Carl, just below the black from the last circle, right? So if I go like that, you will see now what we've created there, a little tongue. Right, and that's an all-in-one mouth. So if we deselect that, that was all in one layer. So well done you if you've done it. You can do it in little, keep adding layers and do it like I was doing, adding the circles, but just by adding layers. If you want to move and play with it, I was just trying to be fancy and going all-in-one sort of thing. And I tell you what I'm going to do with this mouth. I normally would stick just a stroke on it, but what I'm going to do with it, I'm just going to add a layer and then put it below it for a moment. And then what I'm going to do is just do a black circle, guys, just so I can get a rim around the red edge there more than anything. So it's really, all I got to do is go on the top of this, put the black circle in place, and then select that layer, get the resizing tool, and then what I want to do is I just want to bring the edge in just a little bit so you can see black line around the grey, but more so the red. Just take away from the bottom, okay? And you can merge that, Control and E and merge it, and it's now. If I'd done the circle in the beginning, that's all we could have had this a little easier, but that's fine. I mean, the way I did it was there's no problem there. I mean, you guys do with one of the mouse, and then resizing. Then I'm just going to bring it right the way down, so we don't use a huge mouth, but resize again later. I suppose just check down the middle somewhere, and we're going to label this mouth. You can do different styles of mouths if you look at the way I've done other critters and do your different mouths, but I'm not going to do this critter. I'm going to keep this mouth, and you guys, I'm knocking the screen in. You guys put whatever mouths you want into this critter. If you want a different mouth, you want to play with that. But this is the mouth I'm teaching today, so hopefully everybody's gone along with it for the exercise, and if not, I'd love to see your creations. Send them in. Put links in below, find us on social media, and send them to us, and we'll feature them on the show. Right, so we're going to switch the mouth off, and that's the mouth. Next up, I think we'll do the little furry bits and stuff, so I'll see that. And welcome back. So this next bit, we're going to do a little fluff. So what we're going to do is go in Jiminy. Oh, sorry, put your brush on, since I put Jiminy up. And you'll see it's this one I'm going to be selecting here, which is a stamp. Now, what I'm going to do for this one is I'm just going to go up to choose. And you'll find it down the bottom here, where you find all the stamps and stuff down the bottom. And one of these stamps, well, the two we're going to use is a stamp Herbals and stamp Grass Patch. So we're going to grab Grass Patch here and take off this. If you look on the other one, I used a green to go with the body. The Zerples come in different colors, so you don't have to just have green Zerples. We have a green Zerple there, so we may make a different color Zerple. So should we go for something a little bit what we would probably deem as feminine, which is silly, but I'll go for a pinky purpley color. What do you guys reckon? I think I might do that as well. So what I'm going to do is pick a purple, or pinky purple, and then I'm going to zoom in a minute. I'm just going to, I want it to something like that, right? Something a bit more thick, right? So I don't want it too thin, and so when it's like that, I'll stop. And what I want to do now is resize it. This is my biggest tool at the moment. Oh no, I've done it on my layer one. What a noob. And so I'm not going to get rid of this. This could be redone with editing, but I want to show you mistakes made, right? So you want to add a layer. You don't do it on that, and then go back to something like that, right? So what we're going to do now is resize this a little bit, and we are going to just drag it out a little bit so it looks a little bit more like fur, and then I want to duplicate this layer, and the one on top that we've just got now, just pull that down a little bit. Okay, just pull it down a little bit. Now go back to the one underneath, the layer underneath, layer 28, the original, and then add a layer. And then what you want to do is just off to the side is you want to do the same thing. Sorry, but I'll brush tool on. I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm going to make the purple a little darker. Maybe go halfway. 3/4 would work. Halfway is about right along between the purple and black, which gives you a dark purple, okay? And then again, yeah, double tap it there to give it that nice thickness. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this in between where I believe the middle to be. Drag it and pull it into the thickness of it. And then every now and again, just click layer 28 to see what it looks like. And because when you select it, you want to move it just to break the two bits that you've done. Okay, you want to break those up a little bit, and that's generally it. That's your. You can label. You can stick these three together then. So you can Control and E, and then Control and E, and I'll merge these three layers together. and then you can put that as just, we'll put it as fluff now. You can put fur. Let's put fur. Let's put fur. Let's put fur. Fur is that, I believe. Yep, there we go. Just let me second. So fur is done, and there we go. We have a nice furry little bit. Now the rest of the fur on the creature, the spikes and everything, we'll do that on the finished model because we kind of like shape it towards what we're going to do at the end. But this fur can be used on its legs and shoulders and things, and parts of his head, and all we do is duplicate that. So what we're going to do is switch that fur off now, and that's that part done. Right then, so what we're going to do now is we're going to try putting the body together. Okay, so I'm going for a different colour body than I did last time, and as I've gone for purple so far on his fur, I might go for more pink for his body. So what we're going to do is just go back to the basic 5, and we go to the bigger size again that we had. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop the bigger size there. One, oh my lord, Carl, you haven't added a layer. Alright, so add a layer. And then what we're going to do is pop the bigger size there, and then what I want to do is just next to it like that, right? You can see you have a very slight dip. Now that is just generally the skull, roughly, that we're going to get for this type of Erple that we want. And then what we want to do is we want to go lower halfway and then go 3/4. Yeah, about 3/4 we want to get a body like that. Now if you look at the old picture, you can see that his body is those 2 circles put together, and then his body is just attached to the one circle off the side because he's slightly leaning to the side, so his body's kind of like that. Oh, I can't do that. These two were supposed to be one layer. God, no, come on. And then this was supposed to be another layer, so we're going to put that there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is put these two into a group and call this the body for now. There may be other things added in here soon, but this is body for the time being. Now, the shading for the body I normally put at the end when I've got the arms and things, but what we can do at this moment, we can start pulling things together while I've got this here. So first of all, we do want to bring the size of this entire body down, and the body needs to have some sort of shading. Let's just go over and see what happens. So let's find our mouth, and this, because, oh, wrong thing I'm moving. Let's move the mouth, and let's make it a little smaller. I want a little small cute mouth, and that'll do. And then if we bring in the eye and click on the eye, and then what I want to do is do a duplicate of the eye. If we went there, select the other eye, also brought them in. The first eye then overlaps the second eye a little bit, but not going into the pupil. Okay, so we'll keep that as a barrier for now. We're going to settle with this one because I said no, all Zerples look the same as everything else. They only have similar characteristics. So again, I'm going onto the foot. If we select the foot, we can resize that right down. And we understand we have little legs that we want to put in. Now, need them large, but we're going to make them a little smaller than what we got there. And then we want to, is it to this one? I think it is to this one. To this foot in particular. What we're going to do is we'll add a copy of it. We'll make a copy of that foot. Right? That's important. Then select that copy of the foot, and I want you to mirror it with the horizon tool. Probably change the shape of it slightly. Don't forget now you're going to have a little leg bit to put on this. Now, going back to this foot, we know this is going to be the right foot. So what I want to do is name this foot. And the other one you can name foot. Left foot, right foot. Right, on this left foot, go within the layers now. And what we're going to do is add another layer inside there. And from the color we already have from the pink, what we're going to do is just on our basic 5, we're going to make a leg. And we want the leg to be small but doable, kind of cute in a sense. So that'll do me there. Now the foot itself put into another group. I remember now the mistake I made yesterday. So if you're catching up with us now, add a layer inside this new layer, which we'll actually name left foot. right? And what you want to do is in this layer you put the leg. There's a reason for it. I'll explain in a moment. I'm sorry, in this layer you put the fur, so it's right to put the leg in there in the first place. So if you do the same for this, close a group.
Hello.
And then this group name right foot. And we're going to put some stuff in there. So in this left foot, then we'll do what we do with the right foot. Sorry, and I'll get the bottom of it. And we're going to put a little leg in there. Now, what we're going to do here, guys, where we got these feet where we want them, is on this body. What I'd like you to do is select the body and go to layer style. Hit drop shadow if you like, but hit the stroke is the more important one. Bring it down to 3 and up to 100% and OK it. And straight away you can see now we have this coming into play. On your left foot and right foot, not the actual folders on the outside, but the actual 2 folders, R foot and L foot on the inside, I'd like you to do a very similar thing. Go into layer, not properties, oops, go into layers, and I want you to take your drop shadow if you like that, and then hit the stroke and put it to 3 and 100 like everything else. Right now, this is what I was getting wrong yesterday. So within the left foot, then what we want to do is we want to put that left foot on the body. So the right foot we want to put below body. So you get that. This is what I was trying to work out, guys. On the left foot, which is above the body, this is below and this is above. This leg that you've put in, this is what we'll call it leg. This leg that you've put in. I would like you to just take that out of there a minute and move it up if you like. Now, this is no need to do anything to it because we put fur over the top of it. Okay, so again in this right foot we're going to do a very similar thing. Probably over it all, maybe. Let's see how it looks. You'll probably be able to do overall. So just drop shadow, stroke, down to 3, and then up to 100. So black, leave it all, and there you go. It's come in, and we've got our outlines on things. Now we didn't need. And that's it for this one, Grazy Creators. Bit of an abrupt ending there, but we go straight on to part 3 now. This is end of part 2. Straight on to part 3. Enjoy that, and hope you had a good time. And don't forget, guys, to support us in any way you can, if you can. Okay. Catch you in the next one. Well, I know what's happening. You just had a great show. At least I hope you have. I'm glad you've had this experience, guys, and I hope that you've enjoyed the show. It's a little difficult with someone like myself, I know, having autism and trying to do the show for you, but hopefully you've had a good insight to what I'm trying to achieve here, and that's to show you just some basics of doing digital art and what you can achieve from it. Things like this could be your achievements, selling your own book for those to read, seeing all your art inside the book all done the way you want it. It's a beautiful feeling, and not just that, you can have it on t-shirts and all sorts of things. Now we're going to help you do that kind of thing, guys. If you keep watching, you will see it will get there eventually. Just stay here at a beginner level and keep trying, having good fun. Now, if you can support us and help in any way, shape or form by purchasing this book, maybe even ordering it from your local library, what that will do then, it'll give us bigger checks so we can send out to the kids in Tanzania. We're not in any need here, you know what I mean, other than the computers and everything we trying to upgrade, but we'll do that on our own terms. Guys, thank you for watching. Hope you really enjoyed it. Don't forget all the links in the description below for everything, as well as on the screen that you've seen. And we really can't wait to see you back here next time, becoming the greatest Grazy Creator you can ever be. Thanks all. Peace.